Hi, I'm Dr. Adam Bumpus, CEO and co-founder of Redgrid. Redgrid is fostering a true energy ecosystem. What we mean by that is we are bringing together all those devices we have on our grid and in our homes, in our factories, in our communities that are not connected but are using electricity or producing electricity or storing electricity. And why is that important? Well, right now, we are facing a critical time in humanity where we need to drive our emissions down to avoid the impacts of climate change. And right now, we have a grid that has virtually no intelligence. Nothing knows what everything else is doing on the grid. We have problems with air conditioners that don't understand what's happening. And we also have problems that at the same time, people are all switching on the same things at the same time, creating a massive demand on the grid. And this causes problems like blackouts. We're also seeing more and more solar on the grid that's not being used effectively. And in fact, the grid is actually turning off this amazing clean energy that we get because there's too much of it at the wrong times. So what we do is we enable all those devices to have a brain and to talk to each other and communicate and respond on behalf of the collective ecosystem that we have to use electricity at a certain point in time. What this means is we can reduce people's bills and we can help organizations respond to climate change by turning off electricity when the most fossil fuels are being used and to generate the most productive use of the clean energy we've got. So Redgrid in its short term is going to help Australia shift away from fossil fuels and improve its integration of renewables by creating a far smarter grid than we've got right now. And we're going to do this from the bottom up using a thing called the Internet of Energy. And the Internet of Energy, just like the Internet of Information, is the highway that enables those devices to talk to each other really easily. In fact, we've got a system and an architecture that's completely different to anything else out there that is highly scalable, secure, and private, that enables these things to scale over time. And actually, so we end up in the long term with an Internet of Energy that connects all of our electricity devices across everywhere in the country and the world, which enables us to then have an absolutely optimized electricity system that promotes renewables, gets rid of fossil fuels, and drives us to a super clean future where everyone is getting what they really need from their electricity system.
So hi, I'm Simon, CTO of Redgrid. I've been involved in software development for my entire career, and I've been working with Redgrid around the problems that we face in the modern day grid. And we obviously see, as Adam said before, that the grid is becoming much more distributed. Our grids were set up for a handful of generators feeding into the system and everyone else consuming, whereas today there's around, I believe it's around 2.3 million generators with solar PV on people's roofs. We're also seeing a huge amount of innovation in the field of Internet of Things, which is smart devices and smart sensors being deployed everywhere, and there's huge numbers around those devices that are being integrated to our system. So the problem that causes is that our grid just can't cope. With our grids, we need to balance the energy in and out, and it needs to be created as an ecosystem where the infrastructure is talking to the devices and the appliances in our homes, and everyone uses energy more efficiently and it's optimised in the best way. There's lots of solutions in the grid today and in the energy industry today trying to tackle this problem, but they tackle it from a fundamentally different angle than we do at Redgrid, and this is the thing that really excites me about this technology.
Hey guys, I'm Alex, I'm CMO of Redgrid, and I'm super fired up because what we're really excited about is getting people like you involved in our ecosystem. We're working with some really innovative companies including smart cities, innovative utilities and leading property developers to work out how we can integrate more and more technology into the Internet of Energy and build out our energy ecosystem. We're also working with some innovative device partners who are looking to see how we can add extra value to them and optimize the grid to build a cleaner future. If you'd like to be involved, please reach out to us at info@redgrid.io or visit our website at redgrid.io. Thanks guys.